Titans are 6-2. Johansson and Duchesne, dare I say, are finally playing like $8 million players. Go on. What world are we living in right now? A world where Derrick Henry and now possibly Phil Forsberg are both out for a prolonged period of time for their teams. You always know what to say to bring me down off of a high, don't you? Everybody's hands go up, way up, as the Nashville Predators go into Calgary, Alberta last night, into the Scotiabank Saddledome, and defeat the Calgary Flames 3-2 in overtime. They've won 4 in a row. They dug deep in a game they had no business being in, much less winning. And on the back of a 38 save performance by one UC Saros, they got the job done. Commencing a 6-game, 10-day road trip that goes through Canada and the US, the Preds started in a city that made Terry Crisp a household name as he brought Calgary their first and only, so far, Stanley Cup championship. Coming into this game, the Calgary Flames had won 6 in a row, and knowing the result, the Preds seem to have a way with numbers right now. As the Minnesota Wild were red hot coming out of the gate, the Preds put a stop to that. The San Jose Sharks were on a streak, the Preds put a stop to that. About 5 minutes into the first period, the Flames were all over the place in the Preds zone, including a great chance by Johnny Gaudreau in front, but he can't beat Saros. At about the 7-minute mark of the first period, with news of his retirement, the Calgary Flames organization put on a very nice video tribute on the Jumbotron with Terry's family in attendance, and they were all very appreciative of the gesture. Just over halfway through the first period, off of a face-off win from Ryan Johansson, the puck comes back to Alexander Carrier at the blue line, and he keeps it in and takes a shot on net, and Luke Kunin is there in front of Markstrom to tip it in. 1-0 Preds. Shortly thereafter, the Preds do the one thing you don't want to do when you're the road team and you have taken a lead, is give the home team any chance to get right back in the game, and that is exactly what happens to the Preds as Dante Fabro takes a slashing penalty against Johnny Gaudreau, and the Flames' lethal power play goes to work in the Preds zone, smothering as it is, and about 90 seconds after Luke Kunin had opened the scoring, Matthew Tkachuk ties it right back up again at 1. Under 90 seconds left to go in the first though, the Preds are a resilient bunch. Kyle Grinland along the left wing board gets it to Matt Duchesne, who seemingly on purpose kicks it to number 9, Philip Forsberg, who snaps it home past Markstrom. 2-1 Preds. The Flames have outshot the Preds an amazing 20-9 after the first period, but the Preds are able to maintain their 2-1 lead. Preds are awarded with their first power play of the game about 4 minutes into the second period, but are unable to do anything with it thanks to the stellar penalty kill of the Flames. Their special teams this year have just been great all around to this point early in the season. Preds doing better in the second, Flames still getting a little more chances than you'd like them to, but it has improved from the first. So hopefully later on in the season, when you start a game, the Preds can actually start better at the first whistle. Luke Kunin slashes Noah Hanifin late in the second, but once again, the Preds penalty kill comes up strong, and even though the Flames are still out shooting the Preds in that second period, it was a lot closer, only 8-5. So hopefully that is something that the Preds can continue to improve later in the season, having stronger starts. But anyways, in this one, it's still Preds 2, Flames 1 after 2 periods. Just over a minute into the third period, you hate to see this, but it almost as if every time it happens, you're never going to get away with it, and Captain Roman Josi takes a delay of game penalty as he tries to clear a puck on his backhand, and you can never really control it. When you do that, it goes straight over the glass. There's no way to hide it, and the refs call him for it. But fortunately, on the penalty kill, the Preds are able to kill it off and get lucky as the Flames hit the post just as it expires. But 10 seconds right after the penalty expires, the Flames off the rush, and Shillington beat Saros, tying this game back up at 2. Preds heading in the wrong direction after that, as Luke Cunnin puts the Preds on a penalty kill again. But without even using a timeout, the Preds get lucky as the Flames negate that, and the two teams skate 4-4 soon after that. Flames get a great odd man rush with about 7.5 into the third period, but Saros makes a great pad save on one Matthew Tkachuk. Then you've got the Herd line still creating chances, still looking good, as Tanner Jeannot is with Yakov Trenin, but Tanner Jeannot keeps it but can't beat Markstrom. Forsberg, who would have an awkward collision with his own captain, leaves the game and would not return. The last thing another Nashville sports team needs is for one of their stars to be out for any length of time. Henry! Late in the game, when the Preds take yet another penalty committed by Tanner Jeannot, Juuse Saros shows up strong, committed to at least get his team at least 1 point in this game, if not the second one. Preds kill off that penalty, and with just 11 forwards are very lucky to be going into overtime with this one, but have Juuse Saros to thank, as after 3 periods, the Flames have outshot the Preds 39-21. In overtime, the Preds are still without number 9, Filip Forsberg. Coach Hines decides to start the extra frame with Matt Duchene, Captain Roman Josi, and Ryan Johansson. And the Preds get hemmed in the Flames zone. The Flames can't get any shots off, but the first opening line is getting tired. And they are able to get a partial change as Mikael Granlund has subbed on for Johansson. And finally, with all his might, Granlund is able to get the puck out and get some extra speed as he's got a 2-on-1. Do you remember who he is on the ice with? He gets the puck into the Flames zone and gets it over to number 95, Matt Duchene, who roasted past Markstrom. Preds win 3-2 in overtime. Juuse Saros showing so far this year that down the stretch last year was not a one-off. He is up to the task again. And we'll see what happens with Filip Forsberg here heading into the night. I am shooting this before I have been able to read what happened at practice and such. But it is nice to see that Johansson and Duchene so far this year picking up the load for when on nights when, you know, Juuse Saros can't make 35 saves and only allow 2 goals. But we'll discuss that more in those situations if and when they happen. In closing, if you haven't watched it yet, a certain former goalie of ours has had a very special day. An announcement on his jersey that I will get into tonight's PFR, and as well, I made a special gift for him myself of a top 10 list of his best games that he has ever played in Preds gold. Enjoy, everybody. Happy birthday again, Pekka. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. You can find my social media, as always, by clicking on the channel name. Tell all your friends about Predemption, and I guess I'll see you later tonight.